What's going on, guys? Welcome back, and today I'm going to be reviewing the First Order Specialists Battle Pack, which is one of two battle packs that came out this season. The other one was the Tatooine Battle Pack, which I actually really loved. I really liked the chance to get to two Jawas and the new Tusken Raider, which I didn't have before. And I understand that a lot of people like Just Too Good don't think it's a very good army builder, but I like I felt it was kind of for the figures, and then also kind of the build was kind of original. This one, I feel, is very unoriginal, uninspired, and really a piece of crap. I don't think you should get this set. I don't recommend it. And you'll find out why I don't like it later, but it feels like a ripoff of the First Order Specialist, or First Order Battle Pack we had. So, we're going to start off with the figures, and this is one of the reasons I don't like this set. So, the figures feel like they're basically the same as the first battle pack. This guy is exactly the same figure. I like his face print, but it's very common. The helmet mold is unique, but it's kind of weird. There's no leg printing at all, just plain black legs. I don't see why they couldn't include this guy came in the advent calendar. I don't understand why they couldn't include printed legs like he had, but they didn't do that. And then also the torso print is the same between the two figures. He has a stud shooter, which come in like every set now, so that's it for him. We're going to move on to our next figure, which is this guy, who apparently only comes in the Star Destroyer, or Snoke's ship. So, he has an interesting helmet mold, which apparently only comes in that set, so it's nice to get him in a cheap set. I like that face print with the microphone, but it's very common in all these Star Wars battle packs. And of course, he has the same torso print. Once again, could have put on leg print, but, yeah, it's an interesting figure. Nice to get him in a cheap set, but once again, why didn't they put leg printing on him? Then we have the First Order Executioner figures, and these guys are interesting. You get two in the set. You get one of these blasters. You get I like their weapons. I think their weapons are very interesting. I never had this piece before, so that's one of the highlights of the set, is that it gave me this piece. I saw one guy, I think his name's Akash Productions, did a Finn versus Phasma video. He gets attacked by one of these guys in that stop motion, and he used it like this as kind of more of an axe, which I think is kind of interesting because it does kind of look more accurate to the movie that way. But I do like his little weapon. So here's the problem. It looks exactly like the same Stormtrooper we had before. So, yeah, he has the same leg print as the normal Stormtrooper. Except the printing is a little bit smaller on the torso and the head. Like, the head mold is exactly the same, but as you can see, the printing is a little bit thinner and smaller on this one, and he has a black stripe on the helmet. And the torso print has a little bit of extra black in the shoulder area and has black arms and white hands. I don't understand why they didn't do dual molded arms like Brick Bros UK in their video on how to make one. I actually think theirs looks better than this, except for, the stripe, and this one is obviously more accurate. But I think maybe, theirs is probably better, so you should probably just use their video on how to make a custom one, and it'll look better than this, and don't buy the set. Like I said, I don't recommend this set. I feel like these guys are just a little bit different than these Stormtroopers, but of course, big Star Wars LEGO fans are going to rush to the shelves and get a whole bunch of these sets, when they should really only get one if they are going to get one, because there's only two in the movie. And I got spoiler alert, the scene where Finn and Rose infiltrate Snoke's ship and Phasma finds them and they try to execute them. Obviously they don't get executed, but these guys are, in the least, they're interesting figures, but disappointing, and they just feel like rehashes of these figures so that people who buy all these sets will rush to the shelves and get them. So now we're going to move on to the build of the set, which just feels like a ripoff of the First Order Battle Pack we had. It just feels like the same thing. It spins, and it has claw legs. That's the only difference. The claw legs can move all the way down, and they can, once you put it down on the clear base that's underneath it, they'll go out to level with the clear piece. Sorry about that, but yeah, they'll go out down to level with the clear piece, as you can see, and you can stick that down on a base plate or something. It does swivel, and it has this rotating turret that can go back and forth. It's nice to get that corner piece there, and then you get these new kind of slope pieces, which are kind of like an inverted slope, which you get there, So you get a whole bunch in the set, and I think they're really useful pieces. So and you get a lot in this set. So I definitely recommend getting the set for those pieces if you're like a piece like fanatic or piece collector. But other than that, you can take one of your technician officer figures, put them in the driver's seat, and then you can put one of their blasters in the side. And that's basically it. So, moving on to the ratings for the set. This set is extremely disappointing for me. I don't like this set. I think that it feels like a rehash of the First Order Battle Pack we had from 2015 with slightly different Stormtrooper figures. And it just feels like the same figure lineup. Like, sure, the Stormtroopers are different, but all that's really different is a little bit of extra printing on the torso, a stripe on the helmet, and black arms. Like, there's no real difference other than that. And if you look at Brick Bros UK video on how to make them, theirs actually looks better with the dual molded arms. So I don't know why LEGO didn't use dual molded arms, because it decreases the quality. And they know that hardcore fans of LEGO Star Wars are going to be flocking to the shelves to buy this set. And it just feels like a ripoff of the first one we had, with just kind of slightly different officers. They're basically the same officer figures. Like, you got one of the exact same figure from the first one, a slightly different officer figure, and slightly different stormtroopers. So I'm going to give this set a C+. That's the rating I'm giving it. It's a C+ set. It has like really useful slope pieces, and I like the pieces used on the stormtroopers' weapons. But I can't give it any better a grade than that. I really don't like this set. I'm giving it a C+. I think the figures are decent enough, but they just feel like rehashes, and the whole battle pack just with the turret build just feels like a rehash of the first one, which I really liked, which was a good army building one. But if you're getting this set, only get one, because it's $17, and I don't think it's worth the price. I don't like the set. I'm giving it a C+. I wouldn't recommend it. But anyway, let me know what you think of this set in the comments. I don't like it, but I want to hear your thoughts. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. You guys have a great day. Take care.